I'm going to be talking about a bunch of different things here. From today's video is going to be about crypto, but we're going to talk about a lot of different things from finance, culture, daily events, gaming, uh, just kind of just about anything. This is definitely going to be a guys channel. Women are all welcome, but yeah, this is going to be for the guys. We're going to talk about all sorts of different stuff. Just try to talk to y'all about how I see things, my opinions on things. Yeah, maybe y'all like to listen, maybe not. I'm just kind of doing it just because this is a good way for me to get my thoughts out and maybe hear some feedback and kind of see what everyone else thinks. So probably just gonna be talking into the void, but maybe some people like to hear what I got to say. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be talking about a lot of different things. Hopefully, I can entertain y'all a little bit. And hopefully I can, give y'all some insight, like I said, today we're going to talk about some crypto, maybe some finance things, and just kind of see where this whole state at, since this is a hot topic right now, is Bitcoin, what's happening with it, the U.S. government, what their role is in creating a treasury for it. We heard some from news from some words from Scott Bessent today, and yeah, we had a pretty big down day today, but it's after a big bull run, so we'll start we'll start by looking at Bitcoin and kind of see what we go from here. Um, yeah, there we go. So obviously, we've been on a big tear this year. I mean, what, up 100% this year? Kind of crazy. We hit new all-time highs yesterday, 124K. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy. This is it's been doing great. Everyone who's just been holding Bitcoin has done great lately. So I don't expect any of that to change either. The hype and the narrative is all around Bitcoin being store of value, being a competitor to gold. It's the new digital gold, and I don't see anything really stopping that anytime soon. Um, yeah, I think this is probably the safest play for your store of money. Inflation is destroying the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is terrible right now. There's no reason to hold it. Um, and yeah, the only reason you need to hold it is for your daily expenses, maybe a safety net fund. But yeah, no reason to hold U.S. dollars, and this is kind of Bitcoin's turning into the place to put your money, other than just holding on to cash. Up 100% this year, and I think it's going to outperform S&P 500. Kind of stereotypical to what a lot of people are saying about Bitcoin right now, but all the boomers, the Wall Street people, they're all getting in on it. They're all foaming at the mouth for it. These ETFs have done amazing. They've tracked Bitcoin perfectly, and you can continue to see returns out of it. Now, the thing is this isn't where the most opportunity is in crypto right now. Bitcoin is a great store of value, great place to put your money, long term. But as of right now, I mean, it's pretty. I'm not going to use the word overvalued, but like it's heated up, right? It's kind of like, I'm not saying the top is blowing off on this. I honestly think we'll probably get to you know around 200,000 within the next year. But yeah, it's expensive. That's probably the best way to put it. Bitcoin is expensive right now. So yeah, we just had this big pullback down from the highs. Honestly, if you're going long, now's not a bad time to buy it if you don't have any exposure. But it's still expensive, right? Like, I think a lot of people would really look to get in around, this 100K mark would be a good place, but realistically, it could easily pull back down to this 80K, 75K range. That's a good value buying spot for it. I don't think we'll see prices like that again, though, to be completely honest with you. I think 100K is a good buy, but you never know. This is a volatile asset, and the narrative on it can change any time. But overall, I think it's a good place to put your money. Treat it like gold, treat it like gold. Treat it like the Boomer Street gold. So here's the fear and greed index. Like, we went from being greedy yesterday to kind of neutral. I still think we're in a greedy environment right now. Um, we can take a look at the overall market cap, but like I said, you can kind of see we're in a big cooling off period. A $4 trillion market cap is pretty crazy for crypto, but I could see it. I could see us cooling off even more. Maybe come down right below a $3 trillion market cap. 3.9 wouldn't be out of the question. We're definitely started cooling. Not to say tomorrow we can't just, rally, go crazy. That's how crypto works. It can go really quickly, and it can also dry up really fast. But let's talk about the elephant in the room right now, which is Ethereum. Ethereum has been shit on all year. It's been shit on for the past 4 years, yet it still has the largest network. The network effect here is going crazy, and that essentially what that means is it has more people developing, building, using Ethereum for more than any other cryptocurrency right now. Any more than any other layer one, right? It kind of blows all the other layer ones out of the water right now, and mainly because it is secure. There's never been any downtime on Ethereum. You hear Tom Lee, Fundstrat analyst, talk about that all the time. He's kind of the golden boy of Wall Street when it comes to Ethereum right now. He owns Bitmine Technologies as well, which has done great, which is essentially the MicroStrategy of Ethereum, which I personally think it can do even better than MicroStrategy. Full disclosure, I own Ethereum, Bitmine Technologies, and I own Bitcoin. A lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about, I own a little bit of. Some of it I won't, but let's just get it out of the way. This is not financial advice. You guys are probably going to lose your money on it. You will, you will lose your money on this. This is crypto. It's dangerous. It's risky, but we're here. It's better than holding the U.S. dollar, but let's just hope we don't lose all of our money on it. The reality is we're losing all of our money on the U.S. dollar. They're printing more and more of it each year. Inflation's going crazy. It's always going crazy, and we're just trying to deal with it and maneuver it the best way we can. But yeah, this is not financial advice. If you buy cryptocurrency, you're going to lose your money because you're a fucking idiot. Okay, now that's out of the way. Ethereum is the hottest thing on the block right now. What everyone's saying on Wall Street and on the street in general is that Ethereum's they're gonna start building on all the billionaires, all the rich people in the world. They're gonna start building on Ethereum. They're gonna start using these stable coins, and you're just gonna have a lot of inflows of money into it because what they're saying is this is the oil of cryptocurrency. While Bitcoin is the gold, this is oil. You can stake Ethereum. You can use it for smart contracts. Smart contracts are a great piece of technology. It's very innovative, and it's what allows us to own NFTs. And eventually, we're going to see it transition into real-world assets like real estate, art, things like that are going to be on the blockchain. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. And yeah, smart contracts just have a competitive advantage over the traditional system of ownership. So eventually, it's just going to happen. And as of right now, it seems to be that the narrative it's going to happen on Ethereum because it is trustworthy. It has never gone down. I mean, the system itself has never gone down. The price of it obviously goes down. People shit on Ethereum all the time because your transaction fees are insane. Your gas fees are insane on Ethereum, but the trade-off is for security. To be honest with you, Ethereum isn't really a place to be day trading and all that shit, but it's where all the mainstream NFTs are. There's still a lot of day trading on it. There's still a lot of altcoin trading on it. It's really where all this shit goes down. But moving forward in the future, 5-10 years from now, I don't expect Ethereum to be the gambling network. I think it'll be more of Solana, where you do that type of stuff at, and some other blockchains as well that have lower gas fees, transaction costs, slippage costs, like Solana, AVAX, things like that. I think will eventually reign supreme when it comes to the gambling sphere. Which, let's be honest, everyone that's in crypto is obsessed with gambling. They're addicted to it, and that's what you're here for. This is gambling at the highest level. And as of right now, Ethereum's the place to do it, but it's not really where it should be. Solana is kind of where the gambling should be taking place because it is so cheap to do transactions on decentralized exchanges on Solana. But Ethereum's safe and secure, and yeah, I can just show you. I mean, you know, you still got CryptoPunks on Ethereum. You got Pudgy Penguins, Moonbirds, Bored Apes. Like, this is where all the popular NFTs are at, and that's NFTs is just gambling in a nutshell. So, by the way, CryptoPunks around 50 ETH right now. They've done great. If you want to own an NFT, CryptoPunks are the thing to own. Now, no, I know y'all don't, no one has 200K to throw at a picture. I get it, Don't, which you just shouldn't, NFTs are sketchy. I just wouldn't trade NFTs if I were you. So that's just where it's at. But as this market continues to heat up, you will see people pouring into NFTs. You'll see people pouring into altcoins, and we'll kind of get into the altcoins and more degenerate shit here in a second. But right now, the narrative is Ethereum is the next thing. It is the next big thing that's going to be developed on. People are going to build on it. All the stable coins are going to get built on this. All of the Wall Street type guys and investors, all the big money, they're going to start building on it. And the reality is they're starting to hoard it. That's why this big move has gone from 1.7K, 1.5K, all the way up to 4.6K. I mean, insane move, insane move. I know most of us are idiots and probably bought above 3K, myself included, but I've been buying Ethereum for the past 3-4 years as best prices I can. So yeah, I think this is just a long term buy, stake, and then forget about it. Honestly, granted, with that being said, it's expensive right now, but at the same time, I don't think it's ever going below 4K again. It probably will, but in reality, I think we have a better shot of going to 6K than we do of it going below 3K. Um, to be honest, we'll probably trade lower one more day. We'll probably bottom out around the 4,200, 4,500, test those lows again, and then I think we're going to go back up. At the end of the day, this is summer. This is the slowest time of the year for crypto, but we're still seeing these big moves up to the upside, and it's because institutions are getting involved. They are getting involved in it. So, um, yeah, I just expect it to keep going. To be honest with you, my price targets by the end of the year is probably around 6K on the low end, 7K on the high end. Ultimately, I think Ethereum could, go to some crazy numbers. I'm not going to give price targets in 5 years on it, but if it keeps going the way it's going, institutions keep buying it, this shit's going to go crazy. It's super simple to own. You're not doing anything crazy. You're not fucking being the Warren Buffett of crypto. You're just buying Ethereum and staking it, holding on to it, yada yada yada. If you don't know how to do all that shit, you probably shouldn't be trading crypto anyways. I'm not going to explain to you how to do it. Yeah. So XRP's been on a great move too. Not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's essentially the Ethereum competitor. All these top coins are pretty much all Ethereum competitors. They're all layer ones. Solana's the biggest contender right now, and I would come down here and say Sui, whatever the fuck you call it, is a big contender as well. AVAX, I think, is the most underrated one out of them all. Um, $10 billion market cap, pretty small compared to an Ethereum. That's the network effect for you. Though there's more people trading Ethereum. Same with Solana. There's more people on Solana. I mean, on Ethereum rather. So there's 5 times the network of it, 5 times the market cap. So there's a bigger network effect. And right now, like I said, Solana's for gambling. It's not for building the infrastructure of the financial system. That's we're going to see that with Ethereum. I think how this will play out though is you'll see Bitcoin's the gold, Ethereum's the gas, and Solana's the casino. Okay, I think that's what's just going to happen. I think Solana's going to pretty much flip all these, and I think there's a possibility Ethereum flips Bitcoin if we actually do all go onto the blockchain, and everything actually ends up on the blockchain, which I don't see why it wouldn't. The blockchain technology is just better than whatever the fuck this financial system we have now is with shares and all this shit. I think all shares should be on the blockchain. It should all be there. It should all be public, which that's what the blockchain does. Puts everything on a ledger. Everyone can see it. Everyone can track it. And I look for a future where the U.S. government's slowly buying Bitcoin, and everyone knows what its wallet looks like, and everyone sees it buying Bitcoin on the ledger. So I think that's where we're going. With that being said, I think Solana is the best play if you just want a safe, big return. $1,000 Solana is not out of the question, and personally, I think we're going to get around to a $300 or $400 Solana by the end of the year. It has the best staking rewards too. I mean, the numbers on the staking are crazy. And once the market really turns into green mode, everyone's going to roll their Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin and all this shit into Solana. They're going to buy a bunch of stupid ass fucking meme coins. They're going to pump them like crazy. And honestly, the safest play is just to sit there and hold on to your Solana, stake it, and as it breaks these new all-time highs, just trim a little bit, just sell a little bit. I'm not selling mine anytime soon, but Yeah, if you're new to crypto, you got to fucking sell to make money, and if you don't sell, someone eventually is going to dump on you. You're going to hold the bag, and that even goes with these top coins. Bitcoin does the same shit. You know, you're just going to get dumped on if you don't sell eventually. So remember, all these are fucking Ponzi schemes. At the end of the day, they're just Ponzi schemes that are working. They're working. These are the Ponzi schemes that everyone's invested in. They're working. I mean, look at this Tether, just a stable fucking coin, crazy market cap, right? It's just this is the way of the future. All these big banks and all this shit, they're going to be using stable coins because it's safe. Stable coins are safe as can be. It's a safe place to put your fucking money. These companies own treasury notes. They take your money and they make money off of it. That's why it's secure because they're making so much fucking money on it. All this market cap is tied up in treasuries. This is the biggest treasury owner of treasury notes, U.S. treasury notes in the world. So, and it's just another layer of how crypto is now intertwined with the U.S. financial system. Not only are we starting to accumulate Bitcoin, but Tether, a stable coin, is the biggest holder of treasuries. Not China, not any of these other governments, not the UK. You know, it's not not the Saudis. You know, not Japan. Tether. They're one of the biggest essential banks right now. That's what these stable coins do. Is they are banks, and they're decentralized, and it's the way of the future. So not I mean decentralized is kind of a loose way to put it. Still a company, but they take your money, they buy treasury notes, and in turn you get a stable place to put your cryptocurrency. So yeah, it's just stable, and a lot of these have returns too. The returns are shitty, just like you would at a bank, but um, it's stable. You know, stable coins are the future. Here's USDC right here. I'm pretty sure that's Coinbase's stable coin, or they're partnered with them, something like that. So yeah, for all you Coinbase users out there, it's probably most of y'all. So yeah, yeah. So let's come on down below the Solana. Um, if we're talking about meme coins, I'm just going to be honest. Dogecoin's probably the easiest meme coin play I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a household name. Everyone knows about this. As Ethereum ramps up, this shit is just going to keep going up, right? Like it's a these this is exactly what a Ponzi scheme is. It's a fucking or meme coins. It's literally what they are by definition. They do nothing. These do nothing, but it doesn't matter. This is these are going to go up with Ethereum. They're going to go up in higher multiples. It's just a higher beta play of Ethereum. It's on the Ethereum blockchain, and this shit is available on Robinhood, Coinbase, everything you can possibly imagine. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some fucking ETF that comes out with it. Doubt that's actually going to happen, but if it does, I would not be surprised. Honestly, that is how so far gone this whole meme coin bullshit has gone. These things do nothing, and people love to own them. What is the market cap? Fucking 35 billion almost. Like insane, insane for it's a Ponzi scheme. Does nothing. But honestly, when Ethereum keeps going, as it keeps going, this shit is just going to go up higher as a bigger multiple. This is one of your easiest fucking 5x's, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm not going to put a number on it because yeah, who knows? But everyone knows this. Everyone knows it. When their Ethereum goes up, they're going to roll it into the meme coins, whether it be the Solana meme coins. But the Ethereum meme coin is Dogecoin. I mean, it is what it is. It's iconic to crypto right now. That's not changing anytime soon. It's stupid as fuck. It's funny. And you see where it's at right now 22 cents. It was at 27 cents or something like that yesterday or the day before, and that's without Elon Musk saying anything about it. You know, Elon Musk is tied to this coin just because he's a fucking troll, and yeah, he pumped it up like crazy, just being a fucking troll. But it's already got a huge market cap without Elon saying anything about it. And don't forget we have a fucking government agency called Doge now, so ran by Elon himself. Any sort of bombshell thing comes out of that department, which I would not put it past it. They've been fucking auditing everyone in the government that does shady shit. They found all sorts of stuff. If they come out with any sort of big news story, expect this to go up with it. That's just how meme coins trade. It's based on narrative. It's just how it goes. So yeah, it is what it is. But we'll come on down to some of these lower coins. Like I said, AVAX I think is a great place to a great layer one competitor, layer one play. I think it's very undervalued compared to these other layer ones. Very, very, very good chain. You got Pepe. This is another, it's kind of a staple for the meme coins. I wouldn't suggest buying that shit, but shit could easily go crazy. All these meme coins, they're fucking, the tokenomics are like that. They can go fucking crazy. So the big play right now, though, is if you really wanted to get in some degenerate, dirty shit, are these AI coins. This is the narrative, Nvidia, AI, crypto, how it all interchains. When Ethereum starts going nuts, we see a $7,000, $8,000 Ethereum. All of Wall Street's bought it, and they're gonna get fucking drunk, pissed. All these Wall Street guys, all these institutional investors, they're gonna get so fucking drunk off these gains in crypto. They're gonna look down at these other coins, and they're gonna see what the hell can happen. They're gonna throw money at it. They're gonna throw some of their fucking profit at it, and just see what happens. And all it's going to take is one, two, three, or four of these fucking degenerate coins to go nuts, and they 10x their bags, and then they're just going to keep doing it down to lower and lower market caps. And guys, that's how the alt season works. Is they start at the big coins, and the big coins rally, they eventually stall out, and then it gets trickled down into the smaller coins. Um, that being said, I don't really dabble with the degenerate lower end coins as much. I just keep it simple, Let's own Bitcoin, Ethereum, some Solana, some AVAX, just some of the household names. Hold it, stake it, and then maybe buy a few of these degenerate coins. With that being said, these coins actually do something. That's what's crazy about these. The tech behind these is actually there. They fucking do stuff. These are all Ponzi schemes, but these are Ponzi schemes that fucking do shit. BitTensor is the big guy right now. I don't see any problem with it if you wanted to gamble. BitTensor's a good way to do it. Also, like Render. Render is actually good. These are kind of the industry leaders in computing power. You can essentially lend your computing power from your gaming PC to them. They will give you render coins in return, and they'll take your computing power and lend it out to people who are developing um, anything really, AI chatbots, anything. Developers, I'm not super far into tech, not really my field. I'm more of a finance guy, but render does something. It actually does something. You can literally lend your computing power to it, and if you're kind of retarded, computing power is everything nowadays. Um, yeah, it's how all these AI works. All the big companies are competing for um, computing power. So that's what they're building. That's what they're buying all these NVIDIA chips for. That's where all this money's coming from. All the biggest tech companies are all investing in NVIDIA chips to up their computing power because that is how AI is run. You need computing power for AI, and Render is actually on the forefront of this. They are actually on the forefront of it. Now, granted, I don't fucking know if the coin's actually going to do anything crazy. I could easily see it 10xing. I'm gonna be honest, because it actually does something, and in crypto, that's rare. All this shit is Ponzi schemes, but when a coin actually is like has a business model behind it, actually makes money, actually does something, actually has fundamentals, well, eventually the value will be realized. I'm a big fan of Render, but with that being said, who fucking knows what's going to happen with these? This is just where the narrative is going. AI is the narrative, and once Ethereum goes crazy, we'll see the AI boom kind of happen. And I think this will be the first place people go to roll their money out of the big coins. Another one that I would keep my eyes open for is Akash. Don't know what the fuck it does, but this is kind of a popular one around all the degens. Is Akash. Um, all these are fucking essentially Ponzi schemes. I said Render does stuff. BitTensor is kind of popular towel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's all gambling. But what'll happen is AI is the narrative. Once the Bitcoins pump, the money will get rolled into these smaller coins, and AI kind of sounds like the narrative and the place where it's going to go. And these coins are going to do crazy numbers. And then eventually, I think we'll get back into more of these Solana type meme coins. Um, yeah, more of the actual meme coins that are on the Solana chain. I think that's what people will actually start gambling, later into the cycle. And then, I think eventually people will end up trading fucking NFTs and profile pictures again and fucking digital art that's way overvalued. And yeah, people will try to double their amount of ETH by fucking buying some stupid ass NFT. With that being said, if you do want to gamble on NFTs, Pudgy Penguins is probably your best bet. Overvalued as fuck. All these are overvalued. Bored Ape Yacht Club isn't a bad place to put it, but I don't see them doing a whole bunch of shit right now. I don't know. The narrative is all around Pudgy, and CryptoPunks is kind of just that historic hold. You know, some of the wealthiest people, the most influential people in the world, still own their CryptoPunks, and yeah, obviously they have the money for it, but the CryptoPunks is just it's just the history. It's the history. It's the coolness of it. They're the thing. With that being said, I don't think NFTs are going to go as crazy as they did last cycle. Last cycle, the whole smart contract narrative was fucking crazy. It'll probably get crazy again, but remember, you're trading with ETH. There's big gas fees and all this shit. You can easily just burn up your fucking ETH trading this shit. But tons of money to be made. You can double your ETH in fucking 5 minutes doing it too. So a lot of it's getting in early on them or just following the wave. Moonbirds, I think it's fine too, but if you're really gonna buy one and hold one and just gamble on this shit and try to double what you're holding, I think like Pudgy Penguins is the way to go. With that being said, yeah, I still think the best way to play this, guys, is just hold on to your Bitcoin. This is it's just the future. It's the new gold. It's lame, and the only thing you can do with it is send it. But this is the digital gold now. Ethereum is the oil. I think Ethereum is the easiest way just to 2, 3 extra money in the next few years. Just stake it, hold on to it, keep holding on to it, and Wall Street's just going to buy it from you whenever they're trying to develop and build all these stable coins. Like Ethereum's the most obvious one. It's gotten shit on so much. The price has been down so much. Solana's a great competitor, but it has its own lane, guys. Digital gold, Bitcoin, digital oil, Ethereum, and the online casino is Solana, boys. That's just there's going to be all sorts of gambling shit on Solana. Gambling's fucking gambling. It's one of the biggest industries in the world. I think Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin is all you need in your fucking portfolio right now. Um, you can own it directly, self custody, or you can put it into an ETF. So, yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on everything right now. I think eventually we'll probably see a $5 trillion market cap here. Maybe by end of the year, honestly. The way that they're fucking pumping Bitcoin and Ethereum, I could easily see Ethereum 2xing by the end of the year, but that's kind of crazy numbers. But with how much Wall Street's buying it, institutions are buying it, could easily see it happening. Granted, guys, overall the prices on these things are kind of heavy right now. They're kind of hot. It's not cheap. So yeah, if you already hold, just keep holding. If you don't have any exposure, we've seen a little bit of pullback. Maybe dabble in a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I don't think this is a great buying opportunity by any means for traditional, crypto guys. Granted, I'm just a fucking guy talking in my apartment to you guys about how I see things. And um, you know, Wall Street had a down day today too. It started out really down, then it ended up pretty much even. The stock market's on fucking fire right now. It's just been up only. Like this is a pretty crazy chart year to date. Even maybe more the past 6 months, past month. Like it's been on a tear. We're up 20% almost year to date. Like kind of crazy. But that's AI. AI is Nvidia, Palantir, all Oracle, crypto. These crypto AI companies are expanding the multiples on these companies. The market's going to keep going up. Honestly, it's overvalued, but it's going to keep going because we have new innovation. We have innovation in AI and crypto, and yeah, it's just two whole new pieces of technology to build on our economy. Granted, everyone knows that for the average middle class in America, shit sucks here right now. Like we haven't got wage increases, but what that means, guys, is the corporations are making fucking money hand over fist, right? If your salary hadn't gone up, but corporate profits have gone up, they're making tons of money, so their stock prices are going to go up. So, you know, own the stock market or be poor, own crypto or be poor because you're not going to get rich off your daily job unless you're just fucking the guy, okay? Our salaries aren't going up and it sucks. So, the only way out is to own assets, right? Own assets, own some debt, make some money off your money, live frugally. Frugally, can't fucking say it right, not even gonna try, but be frugal. Be frugal, save your money, buy some assets. It's the only thing you can do, guys. Increase your income. That being said, I'm no fucking rich guy here myself. I'm just a young guy in his apartment trying to make some money off of the crypto market and off of the stock market. Trying to build wealth slowly over time. I'm not here to try to be some big trader. So, yeah, if you guys like this, come back to the channel, subscribe to me. I guess I don't really give a fuck. I'm just talking to get my thoughts out, but I appreciate any of you guys who watch. So talk to y'all later. Peace.